Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Hello everyone. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, follow me on Instagram at YBSpeaks. Hello God, because for I speaketh the truth. I serve what's needed, required, and desired. Okay? Okay. Yes, girl. I'm just feeling, I'm in a good mood, girl. I'm in such a good mood. Well, there's always something that will help you be in a good mood, which is, child, yesterday, just real briefly, there's nothing like surprise, well, hold on, because surprise sex doesn't always equate to good sex, because, girl, 2 weeks ago, one of my, dudes of the harem, honey, hello, God, y'all know I have a harem, girl. Child, you need your things. You need variety. I need options, okay? I need options. Everybody serves a particular purpose in my harem. Hello, God. This guy was definitely top tier, but it was not serving. He was topping, I was bottoming. And I tell you no lie, like, it was not worthy to be praised. It was giving you just, because he doesn't live anywhere near me. So whenever he's in town, hello God, it goes down. And it definitely went down, and not in the way that we need, require, and desire, girl. It was giving you screwed someone else, and then on your way back to Never Never Land, bitch, you wanted to stop and get your things with me. But my thing is this, honey, I don't even mind that I might have been, hello God, second on the list. Okay? I'm not Santa Claus. I'm not checking no list. Naughty or nice, girl, just bring me the Dioc. Period. Girl, you couldn't even do that. And I knew something was awry when he asked me where would be the best place to get a sex pill. I told him, but he didn't get one. You come over, now mind you, I'm like Rachel girl. Shout out to Rachel girl with a little sucky. Okay, hello God. That was giving. It took a little work in the beginning, but once we got there, honey, she was brick, okay? She was a brick house. And then when it came time for me, hello God, to be a human fleshlight, it was not worthy to be praised. She was not standing to attention. And he was getting so, there's nothing more funny than Trade getting mad as he's standing behind you, hello God, trying to giveth thine wood unto thee. Girl, please. I was, I'm grown, okay? I don't spare feelings. I did a lot of that playing around in my younger life. I don't spare feelings, and I definitely don't waste no time. When you bothered me, hey, I'm coming to town, what's up? And I had just had a half pint of ice cream, girl, okay? I went into overtime to cleaneth the Nile River, girl. I went into overtime, okay? Hours and hours only to receive no flowers. Girl. And I'm telling you, honey, when I tell you he is fine, he's like 6'7", like 280, muscle, hello God, big old tree trunk, hello God. Girl. It just wouldn't go. It wouldn't go. And the moments that it did kind of go, I was like, no. Okay, you got to go. Period. Goodbye. Slightest inconvenience, and he's one of my regulars. You know? Nothing worse. And I was like, I will never be contacting you again. It's just something, I don't know what it is with men these days. Y'all really need to get to the root of your erectile dysfunction, girl. I am so over it. I am so over it, girl. I'm over it. I'm tired of having to leave sessions being a dietitian to these niggas. Eat watermelon, drink more water, walk around your neighborhood. If you don't want to go to the gym, do some kind of cardio. You need the blood to floweth, okay? Period. But yesterday, the great, amazing side of surprise sex was my sub-cunt, who we are exclusive. I don't have any more bottoms anymore. I've let them all go. They've been released to the streets, okay? We are done. We are over. The door is closed. I finally have what is needed, required, and desired in a sub-cunt bottom, bitch. When I tell you it's everything and then some, we are in our groove. Hello, God. Sometimes I host. He's been hosting more lately, which is perfect. Oh, it's great. I can't complain. I won't complain. There haven't been any hills to climb, okay? There haven't been any storms, okay? It's been perfect, and I live for it, okay? It was so amazing. I was like, oh, girl, the things he can do with his mouth, okay? And that bow tie, oh my goodness. Whew. And he really worships me. I love to be worshipped. Praise your king. Okay, serve your king. I love it. I live for it. Anything you desire will be yours. Yes, bitch. I love it. Hello, God. Anyway, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing the live review. Hello, God, Chasing Dallas, Season 6, Part 3 reunion. Mother, hello, God, the Queen Mother herself will be joining us. Hello, God, she will be our special guest. All right. So make sure you're setting your reminders. I already have the link in the thing already queued up in my post, my wall, post wall, whatever you call that shit on YouTube, girl. So make sure you go over there. I will be posting the links and everything else in my Instagram tonight. So make sure you guys are coming through to support, okay? Really do appreciate it. There's a lot of things to get into, but we'll only be there for an hour because Mother has plans and I also have plans, okay? Period, bitch. Okay, if you know, you know. So, yes, but that hour, we will be utilizing that entire hour to really get into what needs to be gotten into. All right? Period. Hopefully to see you there. If not, in the replay. Okay? Girl. So, speaking of chasing reality, I've been really enjoying Twan Dixon's From a Therapist Perspective show. It is very disheartening to see the lengths that we will go in our community to avoid these types of shows. I understand that chasing reality along with other platforms, but we're speaking to specifically chasing reality. The side shows outside of the chasing, you know, chasing Atlanta, chasing Orlando, chasing Dallas, chasing LA. The shows like, you know, whether it be Lauren England, whether it be Twan Dixon, whether it be Trey Howard's show, whether it be Fly King I and Andre show, they tend to don't do that well with viewership. I ain't gonna lie. In retrospect, Lauren England's show was really good. Like, when you really, like, The fact that homegirl wasn't scared to show the downtroddenness of her life, and I just, you would think that a bitch that's as delusional as her would really care about all of the things that we ended up seeing on that show. She didn't care. It was very authentic. When you look back at certain stuff, you have to judge it like, all right, let's be real here. That was a good show. I did not get into Andre and Fly King I's show, I'm going to be honest with you, but the numbers were not doing well. I did get into Trey Howard's show. I don't think the numbers did that well either. They did better than others. Lauren England's show did better than others, but let's just tell the truth. If it's not part of the chasing aspect, those shows tend to not do as well. This show, Twan Dixon's From a Therapist's Perspective, it's important in our community for a reason. And why I suggest a lot of y'all, if you haven't had a chance to go support the show, please support the show. I think we're on this most recent one was episode 3, I believe. Episode 3. Episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 are really, really good. From what I know, it's a limited series. I think there's only 5. From what I heard, there might be 5 episodes. So 2 more left. And then we're going to get into Orlando. Why is it that we as black folks, black queer folks, have an issue with supporting platforms that deal with serious conversation? I feel it over here. I'm raising my hand. Hello, God. Because I feel it too. When I have important, needed, required, and desired conversations on my platform, whether we're talking about trauma, whether we're talking about, you know, just life, in politics, and, you know, things that are happening around the world, current events, having real in-depth conversations that mean something to the human experience, and conversations and topics that are relatable. But for some reason, if it's not laced, hello God, with foolishness, drama, toxicity, messy bitch behavior, if it doesn't have any of those baddies elements, for some reason, it gets no traction. No one pays attention to it. We act like it doesn't exist. Is it because that the multitudes of us are trying to run and hide from the very real harsh truth that shows like Twan Dixon's from a therapist's perspective? It throws that mirror up and it forces you to really dive into your own shit. Is it because that we are afraid? Hello, God. And we are the most judgmental community to ever exist, other than white men and white women. Hello, God. But the gays, the L, the G, the B, the T, the Q, the plus, the I, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, girl, hello, God. We judge so harshly others in our community and outside of our community. There's even a long-standing joke for eons that I've been hearing. If a gay man judges you, then girl. Hello. Girl. But for some reason, we can never judge ourselves. We judge everybody and everything else but ourselves. That lets me know that there's a lot more hurt. There's a lot more trauma, hello God, devastation throughout our nation, girl, than we ever want to believe or confront. Do you know how much substance abuse is in our community? Do you know how much trauma is heavily embedded in our community? Hello. You have a show like this that is really good, in my opinion. The way that it's shot, the conversations, like the ability that Twan Dixon has as a therapist, and this is what I love about him, is there's a genuine transparency. It's very heavy on, even though I'm a therapist and I have all of these degrees and certifications and all this experience, I still seek out therapy. I still go through. You got a lot of therapists in life, and I've dealt with plenty of them, who, it's even at my job, girl, these girls really act like they are the bee's knees of life, that they don't have any problems. But come to find out, when you peel the layers back on a psychiatrist, a therapist, a counselor, bitch, a pastor, you peel the layers back on those bitches, they're the most troubled. Hello. So to hear someone that is admitting their imperfection, hello, that they are human, hello, every episode has dealt with many things that I think we in our community, not just as LGBTQ people, but as Black people, we need to start doing better in terms of, before you can truly embrace therapy, you have to understand what therapy can do for you, what therapy is actually about. A lot of y'all have that Monique girl, hello God, from a Precious mentality. I don't want them white folks all in my business. It's not even about that. It's not about that. Imagine if our great grandmothers and their kids sought out therapy and actually did the work. I don't think that our community would have suffered from so much trauma as it has. Because when you think about it, especially in the Black community, especially the old school girls, y'all know the things your parents allowed you to experience, the things that they swept under the rug, hello God, the family secrets, the trauma they bestowed upon you, and every time you want to confront them about X, Y, and Z, there's always this defensive mode that they go into, playing the victim, and they want to get at you for trying to bring it up so you can heal in your life. It's 2025. I really thought that we would be ready for a show like this. Apparently, we're not. 1,000 views is ridiculous. 2,000 views is ridiculous. Not even half of the subscribership of Chasing Reality is engaging in this particular show. That is disturbing. And that tells me all I need to know about a lot of you raggedy cunts who sit here, and I don't want to hear none of that, well, it's just not what I'm into. You need to be into it. The shit I see in this realm, a lot of you cunts need therapy. I need therapy, which I'm currently in. We all need a little bit of therapy. I don't care what any one of y'all hoes say. The troubled nature bitches that I see, hello God, out here in these streets, and that's in this realm alone. Girl, I'm just saying though, the delusions of grandeur are to the extreme when you see that a lot of these girls try their best to avoid what they know they can relate to. I'm going to speak specifically to this most recent episode 3 of Twan Dixon. He was having a conversation with one of his longtime friends, right? And he talked about his experience with the church. When he was 13, he started developing these really nasty headaches. So, again, growing up in the church, growing up in the Bible Belt South, you are trusting in your church to layeth thine hands over you and to provideth healing unto thee. He walks up to the altar, requests prayer. I guess the mother or the minister of the church was like, what do you want me to pray for? He said specifically, my head has been killing me. I would like for you to pray for my healing. He said that this bitch immediately went into trying to pray away the homosexual demon. And this man is almost 40 years old, talking about how that still to this day traumatized him and made him lose all his trust in the church. Y'all, if you've been following me for a while and you remember this story I told many moons ago, I'll tell it again because I heavily relate. When I turned 18 and foster care said, fuck you, I was lost, okay? I was over it. When I tell you I did not know which way was up, being 18, fresh out of foster care was all I knew. Out there on your own. I was a wreck, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically. Girl, I was messed up. I said, let me go to my home church that my old foster parents used to be a part of. And they still are a part of it to this day, actually. I had a friend of mine take me to this church. And a church I had always felt low-key safe in, right? Honey, I caught the spirit. Hell, old nasty piece of classic Catching the Spirit, girl. I was really, the spirit literally captured me. No lies. If you know, you know. A lot of girls y'all was faking. The spirit really got into me. I ran up there to that altar to ask for guidance and prayer. Girl, this bitch immediately laid them dusty pig finger hands upon me, talking about, I pray away the gay sex, no more gay sex. I pray away the gay demon. I pray this away. Girl, I didn't even let that hoe finish her prayer. The spirit said, stop. I stopped. I opened up my eyes and I looked at her and I said, you are a raggedy bitch. You really fucked this up for me. And I walked away and I left that church. Never went back. Never went back. Girl, and you know what's crazy? Is we just talked about how a lot of these people are the greatest perpetrators. Your nephew was a known homosexual in the church. Hello, God. Your nephew was caught blowing cock, okay, in the choir robe room. He was the sassiest, sissiest thing. That was a church punk. Y'all know a church punk. They in the choir, they swish around, they wear, girl, every time it's a new suit and tie, girl, very much on the femme side. They sweat a lot. They try to become a preacher. It was definitely giving church punk, okay? And he didn't like me because he thought we were in competition. No, girl, there is no competition. You're a church cunt. I'm a street cunt. I will always win. Okay, period. Girl, they also had a son who played the drums. Come to find out many years later, he would be arrested for molesting the boys. Inviting the boys over for what he called prayer service down to his shack of a house, drugging the kids, making them loose so that he could take advantage of them. Your own son, bitch. Did you pray that demon away? Check your own house. Ooh, obviously that triggered something in me. But I say all of that to say this. Y'all need to watch this show. Please support this show. I can't wait to get through it. I definitely would like to sit down with Twan Dixon and have further discussions, not just about the show, but I think it's time that we have a real licensed therapist on the platform. I know that me and Harviana talked briefly about, you know, when the show is over, as we get through as many episodes as possible, we will probably be sitting down with Twan Dixon again and having a conversation with him. So depending on how things work, y'all will be getting that, whether it's over here or whether it's over on Harviana's platform, okay? So be on the lookout for that. And again, support the platform. Shout out to Chasing Reality. Shout out to Indario for being invested in something such as this. And I might add the quality, again, why are we even questioning the quality? There's no doubt that Chasing Reality is going to serve all that's needed, required, and desired in terms of camera quality. And I live for the pace. I live for the organization of this show, it's really good. I like the vulnerable nature of Twan Dixon. And shout out to the people who were willing to be filmed in these, what a lot of people would consider what should be private moments. In this past episode, he had a sit down with the family and the Black family. You know, we hear about the curse of divorce in the white households a lot, where, you know, the kids are really going through a lot of shit, right, because of their parents' separation. We don't really hear a lot about how that affects in the Black community. So one of the main issues that I have is we need more of this. This mother obviously is blinded by her own needs and wants, and there may be some trauma there too, to where she's not trying to understand where her kids are coming from, because she has a new man. She divorced a daddy of 26 years child. The kids feel some type of way, but just as we do as Black people, we're not used to properly and effectively communicating how we feel to one another, that we keep it all in, and then when we do sit down and talk about it, we really don't get anywhere, because it's a lot of grandstanding, it's a lot of posturing, it's a lot of pride and ego that is in the way. And that's exactly what I took away from this family's dynamic. But the conversation that Twan was trying to have with them, it's so relatable that to only have 1,000 views is fucking ridiculous. The conversation he had with his friend about his church experience, very relatable. I hear it a lot, especially when I have interviewed a lot of casts from different web series. And my thing is this: where is the cast for chasing? Not saying they have to do this, but you guys need to support the brand in all of its aspects. Are you guys sharing this show, talking about this show to get it where it needs to be? Then let's tell the truth. Let's turn it around, girl. A lot of you cunts need this show. You need Twan Dixon in your life. You need a therapist perspective on your life, bitch. This is a masterclass on how to produce a quality show and bring us something relatable that's needed, required, and desired in our community. But we have to be willing to break our own chains, free ourselves enough, and balance ourselves enough to be able to get into a show such as this. The lack of viewership, again, just lets me know that there's a lot of work, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of hurt cunts, hello God, scarred and traumatized cunts in our community. You won't give this show a try because it opens up that door. Guess what, baby? Sometimes, in order to transform, to begin again, to be the people that we want to be in life, we have to face our past. We have to overcome. We have to address those traumas that have been bestowed upon us, whether by family, life, or self. Hello, God. We wonder why, and this includes me, we wonder why our lives are stagnant. We want to blame, oh, well, you'll try everything but therapy. You'll go to church, knowing damn well that's where most of the evil dwelleth. Hello, God. Hypocrites, manipulators, abusers, people, the scammers, greedy cunts who just want your coin. What need of buying them? Hello, God. Huh. Go to therapy. There you'll begin your healing. But y'all won't do it. Y'all got to get up out of that. And one thing about the Black church that irritates me the most, I remember going to church and I used to be so depressed. Oh, depression is a spirit, although I believe that. But church is not going to help you heal your depression. Church is not going to help you deal with your trauma. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't care how prolific of a speaker you're dealing with in your church. I don't care if you hop around like Bugs Bunny, girl, catching the Holy Spirit. Therapy is what's needed, required, and desired for you to work through your shit. All the church is good for is making you feel bad about your own existence, blaming you for everything. We're never addressing the trauma parents bestow upon children and how that cycle perpetuates and grows within the motherfucking generations. And then we wonder why we have the kind of kids we have now. Because old dad and old mom weren't willing to confront their trauma in their life, and then so on and so forth, and yah. Okay? Get into it, girl. Get into it. Give the show a chance, at the very least. Watch an episode. Anyway, let me get up out of here. I'm finna go home. I have to prepare the table before me, honey, in the presence of trade, okay? I have a couple of appointments okay, to get into. Okay. Period. Anyway, y'all enjoy your Saturday, and hopefully I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow, okay? Hello, God, for the live review of Chasing Dallas Season 6 Part 3 reunion with guest, Hello, God, Mother, all right? There are a lot of things that are going to be happening for me this year, things that I will be doing and implementing, such as creating another channel. That is going to happen. Creating my Patreon, that is going to happen. Starting on my book late in the midnight hour, that is going to happen. Tika Naturals, that is going to happen probably at the top of next year. There's a lot. Other content, collaborations, those announcements will come when they come. There's a lot to get into, and there's a lot that I'm looking forward to, and I appreciate every last one of you who show your love and support for my platform and all the things that I do. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Let's grow. Let's become, in the words of Imani Van Zap, honey. Prayers for Imani, girl. Prayers for Derek Dillard, honey. Prayers. I don't even, hopefully at some point we might be able to get an exclusive interview. I'll reach out and see if he's even willing. But I've just been watching him over on TikTok, and girl, to see what's just happened to him, and we glad you're here. We glad you fought through that storm. We see it's very evident that there is a long road to recovery ahead. Because let's just tell the truth, he is not the same. He is not the same. I definitely am going to reach out and check in and see how he's doing. But y'all, you know, pray for her child, okay? All right, y'all, let me get out of here. Again, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until the next video, guys, be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. All right, take care. Bye.